Alright, good morning guys. First bass of the morning. Not a bad one either on the jig. First bass on the jig 2024. Get him unhooked. And I don't know how good this footage is going to turn out because it was dark when I started fishing, but hopefully that'll turn out. Beautiful fish. We'll just get him up and down. Beautiful bass, guys. Beautiful bass. We got beautiful fish. Let that fish go. And like I mentioned, first bass on the jig this morning. I have Berkley Fireline, and I have that running to a leader, probably a 3-foot monofilament leader. We got waves coming in here, so those fish, even really shallow, are gonna feel pretty camouflaged. They're not gonna feel like they're standing out. And I threw a paddle tail with an underspin through here, pretty loud, a flat white paddle tail underspin, and wasn't getting bit, so I thought I'd throw the jig on, and that's how we picked up that first one. And as you can see, it was a pretty nice one, which I'm not surprised because guys, jigs catch nice fish. They are a powerhouse for catching decent sized bass. So we're gonna get that lure back out there and see if we can't pick up a few more in the 2 hours I have to fish. So wish me luck. Hopefully we can catch another one. All right, guys, here's bass number 2 coming in on a, what do we got here? Smallmouth? Yeah. Look at these mixed bags we're getting, guys. That is on the Neko rig. Perfect rig for a smallmouth because they got that small mouth. Check it out. Beautiful little smallmouth there, guys. Beautiful color. Look at the pattern on that fella. We're right where we caught that largemouth. We've just been working parallel to the bank again. Beautiful smallmouth, guys. He might be a little bit bigger than that one last weekend. So yeah, another nice fish. They're all really healthy, dense. I switched out from the jig because I wasn't getting any bites, and then I switched to a paddle tail, wasn't getting any bites, and I thought I'd try a worm because that's just the holy trinity for me. You'll get them on one or the other this time of year, April. So we're just making long casts. And we got a 1/4 ounce weight on there because we got the wind. And what it's doing is it's creating a huge bow in my line, especially on those long casts. So I put that heavier weight on there so I can really feel that worm. Really want to always be able to feel that lure on your rod tip, because if you don't, you can miss those bites. These fish today aren't biting it super hard, it seems. They peck at it and then they finally bite. It lends you an idea that there's a fish messing with it, and if you're not feeling constant weight of your lure, you might miss those keys and those clues. So it's really important to always feel your lure on your rod tip or you will miss bites, especially when the waters are still warming. The fish are getting a little bit more aggressive all the time, but waters are probably still in the upper 40s, and they've been like that for about a month now. So as long as they're in that realm, sub 50s, you really need that sensitivity, because those fish are still not just, they're generally not just crushing it yet. At least that's my experience. When that water temperature is sub 50s, those fish don't crush it. They're still in that lethargic state, more or less. They're not as aggressive as they will be in a month or so.
For what I have heard is a lot of guys who have been fishing have still been doing better with bass with finesse presentations. They've been having the most success dragging Neko rigs and Ned rigs on the bottom. And they also did mention that they've been catching these fish dragging those rigs as slow as they possibly can. These fish are still more likely to be caught on slow moving baits. as much as we want to really start pushing those faster, more aggressive baits, I really think that the water temps need to tick up a couple more degrees. I think once we get into those mid 50s, upper 50s, can we really start to utilize those moving baits. Dragging jig, dragging Neko rig were the winning tickets. Jig caught the largemouth, Neko rig caught the smallmouth, paddletail didn't get a bite, guys. So it's still in that transition phase where we can start moving from finesse to moving baits. It just takes time, guys, and with the warmer temps we're having this week in Iowa, we're supposed to have an 86-degree day this Sunday. That's really going to push those water temps up, and I would say that we can really start to move into trying all sorts of different baits, paddle tails, underspins, jerk baits, you name it, chatter baits, everything. Get out there. It's a time of year when it's really going to start to warm up and fishing's going to get really good. As we all already know, those of us who love fishing know that it's going to get really good. So I'll let you guys go. Just try a plethora of baits, guys. Try the finesse, try the paddle tails. It's just a time of year to experiment a lot because you really got to key in, because fish are still particular though. They're going to particularly probably want one thing over another, you know, so play around, see what you find out, catch a big one. Take care, guys. Bye.